Namaste, beautiful souls. Welcome and thank you for watching. I'm Gabrielle, retired medium in Germany, and I like to share some of my otherworldly experiences and insights. So, this is about The Lady of the Ring, a story that happened in one of my mediumship circles. One of the members of the Circle Mediumship group once brought a ring with her that she wanted to ask me about. And unfortunately, she did not know very much about the history of the ring. She only knew that it was approximately 100 years old, and a friend of hers got it from her family, inherited it, obviously from the female ancestry line, and she wasn't really into wearing it. There was something about this ring. She couldn't quite grasp it or name it, but it was an inheritance that wasn't really working well. So that's why her friend brought the ring to the group and wanted to find out more. And the other thing she knew was that in the family of her friend there was a lot of discord and quarrel and broken communication. So the father wasn't talking with the son, the grandmother not with the granddaughter, and stuff like that. So there was a kind of discord in the whole family line. And well, I thought we can take that as a perception exercise, and everybody is taking the ring in his hands or her hands and sensing into it, feeling whatever he or she gets as the first impression about the ring. A picture, a word, a feeling, an energy, whatever. So we started with that. I took the ring into my hands, and the first thing I noticed was a bit weird, because it was a very fine, elegant silver ring, approximately 100 years old, with a square emerald gemstone in it, and the socket of the ring holding the stone was with very fine ornaments decorated. So that thing should not weigh a lot. And when I got it in my hands, I felt immediately it was very heavy. There was weight attached to it that didn't make sense. So that's the first impression I got. And that, via experience, I already learned and know that. This is a sign that there is something attached or someone attached to the ring, because it feels heavier than it should. So when I sensed more into that feeling of the heaviness and asked myself inside, what's that heaviness about? Boom, there she was. An older woman, a ghost attached to the ring, probably a former owner of the ring. And she had brown hair that was in an old-fashioned way put together in a bun at the back of her head, and she was wearing a tight-fitting how's it called? Top, and a flared skirt in dark colors, reaching up to the floor. And that looked like, the typical beginning of the 19th century dress. And this woman had a very unpleasant energy around her. What I felt instantly was a lot of quarrel, discord, and just very disrupting energy that was unpleasant and very uncomfortable. So then I gave the ring to the next one in the group circle sitting. And she also felt the heaviness and felt some kind of attachment, but she did not get the woman, but she got the energy right. She got that quarrelsome discord energy. And the next one got nothing at all and thought, I'm not able to perceive. No, that can also be already a first impression. If you don't get anything, then for you there is nothing to sense that tells you something about the quality of the energy, that it is something you don't want to deal with. And, vice versa. The woman attached to the ring, she also, with her discord and quarrelsome attitude, she was breaking contact with everybody and kept them away and did not want someone to inherit the ring or to have relationships without her controlling it. So it was a very controlling energy attached to the ring, and it didn't feel good. So that was also a perception, although she thought she didn't get anything, but to not get anything can also tell you something. So, and the others also got the heaviness and the weird, unpleasant energy with the ring. So, as I was the only one seeing that ghost woman attached, I thought we best help that poor soul that's stuck and earthbound attached to that ring. Probably she was the former owner of the ring in the female ancestry line of the friend who inherited the ring. And she wasn't moving on her soul path. She was stuck. She was attached to that ring, and she was only bringing her difficult emotions into the nowadays time for the one who inherited the ring. And unconsciously, that woman already felt that there is a bad energy with the ring. That's why she inherited it, but she didn't really want to wear it. So I thought by myself, okay, so here we go. I already know what to do with that, because another experience of another mediumship circle was that one of the group members just had lost a good friend who transitioned, and that friend was coming with her to the circle, to the mediumship group meeting, in her aura. And there was another one, a new guest that time, and she was a Greek woman, very religious, kind of this special Greek Catholic religion type. And they were sitting right beside. And she, the Greek woman, felt something from this kind of transitioned ghost or friend in the aura of the other one. And she was trying to sit and move away far and more far from the one beside her. She was already kind of doing like that, kind of leaning away from the person next to her who had the transitioned friend in her aura. And she was reacting with fear and kind of, ooh, there's something I don't want. And at that time, unfortunately, I wasn't leading the group. I was busy with some other stuff, and I gave the group for that one time to another member in the group who had already absolved the same mediumship trainment than me. So she knew how to handle a group and how to kind of work with exercises and perceptions. But that was a new case for her as well, and she didn't really know what to do after they found out what's the reason why this Greek woman, is trying to get away from her neighbor on the next chair beside her. And the one who had this transitioned friend in her aura, she wasn't worried or bothered at all, because it was a good friend of her. They were both interested in spirituality. And I think, in my perception, when I was told the story afterwards, that friend just came with her in her auric field out of curiosity to kind of participate as a deceased one in a membership, in a mediumship circle. So all they could come up with at that time was to open the window and send that ghost away, you know. That was all. But that's just one step of a real solution, because what will that ghost do? Certainly will return to the item or the person, or maybe even attach somewhere else to another person or another item and not move on, still be stuck. So that is not really a solution. That is just the first step. You have to send away a ghost into the light, and best with the help of the angels. So back to the point with the ring and the lady attached to the ring. Well, I already learned and knew what to do through years of experience, and also burned fingers because I didn't do the right thing and didn't know what to do in the beginning, but now I know. So I just called in the white light of Source, and I asked for cleansing the ring of all foreign attached energies, and I also asked to kind of cleanse that woman and help her to move on her soul path. And after I said that, just kind of like a prayer, I saw two angels come and take that ghost woman by her hands and fly away with her, kind of up into the sky, to bring her to where she belongs because of her state of frequency. So after I did that, we continued with the perception exercise and took the ring again into our hands to feel and sense into it how it feels now after that little cleansing ritual. And first thing I noticed was the weight was gone. So that's a very good verification for that the work we did worked, and the attachment that created this unnatural weight and heaviness with the ring was gone. And the other ones also perceived the same thing. No one else saw the woman kind of being led away by angels, but they all felt the weight was gone, and the energy of discord and quarrel was gone. So that was the good sign. So now the ring was kind of free and liberated from everything not belonging to it. Because it can very often happen that antique stuff like furniture or jewelry has energy attachment from former owners, or even from stuck ghosts that still cling to that item and still want to control who inherits it and what that person is going to do with that and stuff like that. So that was all gone, and it felt good and light, and everything was fine. So she could go home and bring the ring back to her friend, and maybe the friend now could even wear that inherited ring. And I also asked for sending healing and white light and love into the ancestry lines of that friend to whom the ring belonged, to cleanse the ancestry lines, because it was certainly a grandmother who owned that ring and couldn't let go. So healing of the ancestry lines is a good idea if you deal with inherited stuff like maybe a ring, jewelry, or furniture. And you can use my video about cleansing the ancestry line on my YouTube channel for free if you have kind of a case like that. I explain how that works and I speak the words, and you can just let them work in your auric field and in the ancestry lines while listening to my video. So that's what I wanted to share with you today, a little experience from one of my mediumship circles where we found an attachment, a ghost woman that was attached to that inherited silver ring with the wonderful emerald, and now the ring was free and can be worn again by someone new, and maybe even the whole discord and quarrel in the entire family will heal and get better. So here we go. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching and listening. And as always, blessings, liberation, and fortitude to you, beautiful souls, on your soul path. Bye.